you going? Oh, we got an angry boy. Hi, Seasick Turtle. Hi, Painty. Hi, Hicatone. Hi, Yoda. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Autistic. I have heard of Marilyn Manson. I have not heard of any of his stuff. Hi, Tyson. Hi, Not Real. Oh, I know what we're missing. We are missing some music. Oh, one moment. That's what I forgot. One of those. And one of these. There we go. Yeah. We got our fella. I figure, since I've been forgetting to do this bit, we're going to tackle that bit first. And I figure I can also show you what I've been working on with his base. It's all got some bits starting to be glued on. We got some shapes happening, which I figure I'll start covering this in green stuff. Hey, how you going? My day is going pretty good, and I figure that's between green stuff and PVA, we'll be able to cover this and get some shapes and having it look pretty good. So that should be the plan there. Oh, but I figured today we work on it. Run. We get this filled in, which is these, which have been totally ignored for a while. These lovely, lovely skulls. Where are they? There we go. And where are the other ones? Here we go. Here's the other ones. Just existed and being ignored. So I figure getting those all painted, probably a good idea. Because we've kind of ignored them. And that's a bit sad. Other than that, I think it's just the chains and a little bit of detailing at the back here. Yeah, we need them to slide. Yes. Well, I figure we put all of our skull skills on here and we just pile them up. We make a skull hill. Oops, a skull hill. We need all the skulls on here so that he can be standing there being like, yes, skulls. So that's the main plan for this. We also, where is Elsa? There is Elsa. We also have, in my box of bits, we have a Nergalite breastplate that I got from the game store. And where'd that Blood Angel's breastplate go? So we can paint those up and put them down on the base somewhere and be like, ha ha, we know what's going on. Yes, but if not the champion, if not the Demon Prince of Corn, then who else gets more skulls? Like, this seems like the perfect time to be using all the skulls. Yeah! He needs to be able to show himself off. We also have a sword and an arm that I figure we can chop down and glue in place so it's like jabbed into something and being like, huzzah! Stuff has happened. There is a dismembered arm just sticking up, and I think that is really cool. Oh, what got me into 40k? So, basically, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, a friend of mine was like, Speeling, come play this game. It's called Dark Heresy. And I was like, yeah, okay. I don't know what that is. And so I ended up playing, and I really liked it. And at the time, I sort of looked at the rest of 40k and I was like, you know what? That is nerd stuff. I'm not actually going to go ahead and go further into this. But as time went on, I sort of dragged further into it. And as of November, I gave in. I was like, you know what? There's no longer any point to resisting. We may as well go full into this and start painting things and having fun. Yeah. yeah, they gave me a gentle nudge. And that was the end of that. I played this lovely scum who went ahead and ran faster than Usain Bolt. I took all the points into running fast, and I went and double pistoled my way through everything. I had a pair of stubbers and was like, ha 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 ha. I shoot everything that comes close. I think we also need to paint these chains a bit more, I think. Like, they're not looking too brassy at the moment. We've got the skulls looking good, but these chains need to be painted. It be the Angron. You're looking all angry. You ready to cause some problems? But yeah, it went really fun. Oh, this is the closest thing to Null Oil I have. Doesn't taste out of date to me. Seems fine. Right. We're making these look brassy. Oh no, I've got the paints out. Oh, but I do need a cloth. Since it's getting to winter, I can't actually put my stuff on my chair next door to me, because that's where the Jones gets to sit in the winter. So I'm like, rearranging things. We can do this. Because, like, the Jones needs a heater. And he also likes getting involved in things. Alrighty, ho ho hum. So, if we've got a lower color of that, these are sitting like that. We just add a quick brush of these. There we go. Nothing else. That immediately makes it look better. Like, it's like, for the longest time, I thought that 40k was the last bastion of nerddom, and I really didn't want to cross that bastion. But I'm glad I did, because this is a lot of fun. I get to do a lot of fun painting, and I've met a lot of cool people through this. Oh, okay. Then I think it's just this little bit. There we go. And we can get that in place. Hey, Dark Angel, how you going? What kind of mischief are you up to? One of those. Is it in here? Okay, we might have a slight issue. We kind of need the other half of this glue to actually do the gluing. Just chilling. That is a vibe. If I were glue, where would I live? Oh, glue, show yourself. Please, please, pretty please. Aha! We found it. Oh no. Oh, knee injuries are never fun. Like, I think the last time I managed to give myself a knee injury was... Actually, I ended up slamming into a car. It was a silly maneuver, one I do not recommend doing. But... Yep. It was up there in silly maneuvering. Okay, we gotta do a bit of this. So this is an etch primer. Also has the effect of taking off paint in the area. Which makes our lives so much easier. Need Lionel Johnson. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go ahead and mess with Lionel Johnson. Oh, like, oh my gosh, this is opening this time. Like, personally speaking, I prefer not to see myself as actively a VTuber. Like, I see myself as a faceless streamer plus having a virtual face. Like, I don't like buying into... Will it come out the top? No. I think this whole top is just gone. Eh. Oh no! Oh! There's a bit. There is hope. Like, when I started streaming, there was a lot more rigidity around what was seen as a VTuber, so I've always seen myself more as a faceless streamer rather than anything else. This glue is almost had it. Hey, guys. But, like, I fully understand that, like, just by sheer virtue of having the model I do and how I exist on the internet, I am what I am. So therefore, I will be counted like that. There we go. Bam! Skulls! Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Yeah, and it's my opinion that if you can... Wait, can we get close? There we go! Skulls! Yeah, and if you can, go ahead and keep any of your internet privacy, any of it. That's a good thing. Hey, Canadian, how you going? Because, also, welcome in, Jake. Because, like, once something's... I mean, is this not a brutalism in its finest form? Like, surely we could use the word brutalism for this. Like, because once something's on the internet, it's there forever. Whether someone goes ahead and deletes it off the internet, there's still the Wayback Machine. There's still other ways of getting stuff back. And that makes things really hard if you go ahead and you say something and you want to take it back. That is true. The word blood does fit Angron way too well. Hey Shade, how you going? So, since I have the opportunity to be a bit more anonymous, and like I haven't chosen to go ahead and put myself anywhere else yet. Like, I think I'll keep it like that. Heck yeah! Enjoy! I think the word mad really does describe Angron. However, I think it might be a little bit of an understatement. I think we're also using too small of a brush. Yes. This is wrong tool. Right tool. There we go. Blair. Like, because like I would call myself a casual observer of the internet. Hey Stargazer, welcome in. And like, watching the internet evolve from like early prankster channel days, hello, to now, and even before then, like back when it was Vines, and like seeing people go from, yeah, this is socially unacceptable things that get me views. Like, it makes me wonder how many of those people went on and were able to get stable jobs. Because nowadays, yeah, people get old. Yeah. Yeah, like most of those people that go ahead and post, like surely they weren't able to go ahead and survive off their income long term. So they would have had to go ahead and yeah. So they would have had to go ahead and get actual jobs. So imagine being the recruiter for a job, being like, I did a background check on you. So you were I see that you were once Butt Gazer 9000 on YouTube, and you made very, very unfortunate choices. We do not want this at our company. Like, this is not something that, like, that sort of stuff really does. Hey, how you going? It's the Dark I say that the Dark Angels are knockoff Alpha Legion. So, I would say the Dark Angels are better by default. Like, I can't say that the Smurfs are bad because the Smurfs are default. Why is my Wraithbone lumpy? What? The Dark Angels are Alpha Legion knockoffs? Well, think about it. They go ahead, they do secretive plots, and then they go and no one goes ahead doing? Tell me, who was I describing? Welcome in, Rig Guy. So, what we're doing today is we are painting bits for this fella. I will also say I know nearly nothing about the Dark Angels. This is all that I have picked up. We are painting this fella. This guy is called Angron. He is very angry, as seen by the name. I mean, my entire knowledge of Warhammer is mostly vibes by this point. Like, I am learning. I am learning. So, good morning, girl. Welcome in. It is. We've been painting Angron for about 3 months, I want to say. Well, Angron and Sanguinius. Sanguinius. Oh, actually, I can show you guys. Where did he go? Sanguinius now has a hand. Where is it? There it goes. It's in my head. I promise you, it is a head. There, somewhere. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the thing is, we're going to have it so that this guy is fighting this guy. Wait. We can make this work. Wait. Go into the hole. There we go. Bam! So these guys are going to be fighting like that. I did decapitate Sanguinius. So they're fighting like that, and they're going to end up being on this. So it's going to be... I'm running out of room underneath the camera. So it's got to be on this mountain. Like, the thing is, like, I've only had so long to go ahead and learn and read up on things. So the more I learn, the more I'm like, oh, that's not right. So at the moment, I'm judging the Blood Angels. Oh, not the Blood Angels. Blood Angels are with Sanguinius. At the moment, I'm judging the Dark Angels on vibes alone. So they probably got the short end of the stick. Eventually. All right. If I was going to read a book, what book would I be learning the best about the Dark Angels? Sanguinius was canonically killed by Horus with the stabbies of his power claw. Yes, I did know that Horus killed Sanguinius. That one I did know. Because the reason why we're building this is because I saw the most awesome animatic on YouTube of the Angron versus Sanguinius fight. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And like, I've read a bunch of the Gaunt's Ghosts books now because, like, I have a reading buddy who's like, yeah, here you go, here's a book. And I'm like, we appreciate this deeply. And I'm getting to learn about the Imperium through that. A Horus in the new Sanguinius model? Oh my gosh! Book one in the meme. That is true, that is true. Like, plus the fact that, what is it? I saw it mentioned. The Auto Tempestus And the fact that, from what I can see, stuff on the tabletop doesn't really match what happens in the books that easily. So it's one of those things where it's like, no, it's about Lord of the Forest focuses on Lionel Johnson after he wakes up and gets the blood angel. Oh my gosh, I'm getting them confused. the dark fellas, the spooky ones. No, it's an auto about time travel. And apparently they all disappeared. And I don't know where to go to find out more about them. I just found it in a footnote on the Lexicanum. No! I'm not even trying at this point. It's just that recently I've read The Devastation of Baal, and so it's just like, yeah, these guys. Oh, they make it too easy. Oh, add a bit of this. And yeah, like if you go ahead and you name a character, it makes it so much easier to go ahead and be like, yeah, you, hi, come be friend. I don't remember what colors we painted the chains, but you know what? We can have other colors of chains. This is fine. Try some of this. That works? Speaking of playing, like, at some point I've really got to get around to actually painting my Tyranids. I'm just like, like, they've been sitting there ready to paint, and I've been like, but Angron. There we go. I hereby dub thee ready. Like, it's really cool seeing different people's armies, because, like, it's such a vibe. Actually, let's look at these skulls again. Yeah, that's close enough. Wait, does that mean everyone's a Dark Angels player? And nobody actually realizes it? Why? I'm not asking. Come here, Angron. Where's your hole? Yeah. And I'm not actually sure where the skulls connect up to. So if that goes there, this connects... Oh, there it is. Add a quick little rub. And get, like, all the paint off. Cause this pen is magic. Here we go. Oh, cool. Yeah. Like, I think that's probably one of the really cool parts about it. It's the fact that, sorry, Angron, you're actually able to like repaint them and redo them. Because it means that like as you improve, you still have that fun thing. Like, there's a fella at the local game store. Ah, why do we have glue on the front? Ah! Why am I wiping the super glue with my own fingers? This is such a silly idea. There we go. Okay. No wiping the super glue with the fingers. Hey, welcome in! Like, being able to look at how you've improved and then going back. Like, there's a fella who paints his own first edition minis and is like, or repaints his own first edition minis fairly regularly because he just likes repainting them and being like, yeah! There we go. We got skulls to the left, skulls to the right. Everything's looking fancy. I don't remember what these were about, so I think we're just going to repaint them. Because I don't know where the tubes are at. And I think that's just going to be the best idea. Because, whew. Alright. Can we get that super glue off? Yeah, that's not going to happen. So I figure... Next step, let's hit these chains. Grandma. Oh! Oh, heck yeah. Well, we do have some sprue glue made with acetone. I'm gonna have to remember that, Ryan. That is amazing. Joytoy King. I was actually given a Sister Sororitas Joytoy for Christmas, and like I've been looking at it. It's one of the ones that's artist proof, so I can actually paint on it. And I'm like, ha! On one hand, it's all big and articulated. On the other hand, it'd be so much fun to paint this. And I've been kind of holding off on it, and I'm like, oh, but it would be so cool. We could have so much fun. Be careful, it melts any acrylic. Oh. Making the little guys a dono goal. $10 and you get to paint. Oh. I think I'd have fun with squigs more than the Tyranids. So if I was able to pick up like a whole bunch of Tyranids, I think I'd rather do that. And then on YouTube, having it be, I think it's tiers of color for Super Chat. Or something. Squigs are amazing. Oh, let me show you my colors of squigs. We got a purple one, a green one. Where's our other squigs gone? We've got a yellow one here. We got... Our squigs have run away. Did they end up in the work in progress box? They did end up in the work in progress box. We got a red one. We got a purple one. We got a yellow one. We got a grey one. No idea why he's grey. He possibly hasn't been painted yet. I think that's all of our squigs. No, we've got a blue one somewhere. Ah, there you are. We got a blue one. And we got a pink one. Red one. No, this guy's actually red. Yeah! Yeah! Like, the squigs have been slowly painted and enjoyed, and I like them. We have the only hat we have at the moment is Angry Hat Ron's hat. It's busy out here. You know what? Ron should wear his hat. There we go. It's looking dapper. Looking fabulous. Boom. Oh, Squiggle Riders on a diorama. Oh, cool. All right. That's all glued in place. Oh, right. Chains. Dioramas are so much fun. Like, being able to put things together and actually make a picture of what's happening is just the best. There we go. Oh, yeah. Like, for the first diorama I did, I found that in the end, I was really happy with how it turned out. However, a couple of months later, I was also really happy to be able to pull it apart and look at how I made things. And then put the Marines aside to use for later. So, like, hello, how are you going? Hope you're having a lovely day. So now I actually have here. I have a base that was used to make things up, and I had Marines standing on it. And I was really proud at how I made this. This was made with some foam, closed cell foam. You can see it there. And then paper mache on top. And I learned a lot doing it. Yeah. What I would say is either glue them to their bases and then put the bases on them, or little bits of wire drilled into their bases to attach to them, which is what I ended up going with, because you can clip the wires off flat. This is old telephone wire, very firm copper, and I have like a bunch of this. And it's really useful. This is what we're going to be using to keep Angron in place. And in fact, oh no, we can't actually show it. Angron is actually full of this wire. There is, because we used it for posing him. He's just full of it. Because Angron's pose is actually customized. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I redid it this morning. Although, once it got on, I was like, oh, this is very Ultramarines. So I think tomorrow I'm going to put some glitter over top of it, just to make it feel less Ultramarines. Or heck, maybe I lean into it and be like, we add some yellow. Just embrace the blueberry. Get this into the cracks. There we go. Where the blood be at? The blood be here! The blood be here! Arr! The blood be over the chain axe. Wait, can we show? Yes. There we go. Hey, John. How you going? Also, welcome in, IK. Ba, 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 ba. Personal class on brand, personal brand. Oh. Like making sure that you keep a, what do you call it? So the way you present yourself is a really important thing, especially in the, like if you choose to have a social media influence presence, that's the word. Because like, it's one of those things that I think if you have, like, even if you choose not to do much on the internet, it's definitely one of those things that's like, It can be a swaying factor. Plus, let alone whenever you end up with a Facebook mum that's just like, oh yes, happy child, look at their baby pictures, isn't it cute? Oh, I post all my children's days on Facebook. They're good days and they're bad. I have no idea why. I have no idea why that they're disappointed in me as a parent. None whatsoever. Hey, Canadian. I mean, it's okay to sit and just relax with life. All right. Oh. Best way to clean out Agrek's Earth Shade is a wash, correct? So if the floor is unsealed, then congratulations. Like if it's a it is a wood floor. So if it's a wood floor, congratulations. You're gonna have a hard time. But if the floor is unsealed, you're just gonna have to sand that back. If the floor is sealed, quickly wipe it up with a warm damp cloth. Repeat the process, switch to a dry cloth, then wipe it up again with a warm cloth. Yeah, because if your varnish or whatever the sealant is in place, it should provide a barrier so that there isn't a absorption. So basically, your paint goes down, you should be able to wipe it up fairly easily. Oh, yo! Welcome on in, Otaku! Welcome on in, everybody! I hope you're having a lovely day! I am Speeling. I paint miniatures, and well, at the moment, the main thing that I'm doing is I'm going ahead and I'm playing Minecraft on my other days. We are painting Angron at the moment. We're doing his chains, and this this is going on a diorama. How you been? What were you up to? Oh my word. Confetti will be a bit later, Shade. You need to get your hands on one. Otaku is a raider. Otaku has raided in on Twitch. Painting Commander Farsight. Ooh, fancy. I really need to get a raid thing. They have raided in and brought along their own people. So we have extra people coming and visiting. And we are having Angron fighting Sanguinius. So they go like this. Bam. So we get a really cool fight. Don't mind the hat that Angron's wearing. He's just wearing a hat today. So it's a vibe. We are also multi-streaming over on Twitch, and you can see peeps above us. Unfortunately, Sanguinius is a little bit headless. We cannot make them kiss. I haven't painted Sanguinius's head or his other arm yet. They're just hanging out there being all like, we can't fix this. This is unfixable. So, whatever's going on there, it is what it is. Now, where was our chains? There is our chains. Well, I mean, the main question would be, if we were making them kiss, what kind of forbidden romance would that be? That would be some sort of cursed forbidden romance. I'm not sure I'd be there for that one. That sounds like something straight out of a fan fiction. Or some sort of Shakespearean drama. No, would it be Creek? Honestly, the one that's just come out, like, I was so disappointed when I saw the one that came out. I was like, oh, but we've started this. Because I was like looking at it and I'm like, that is such a really cool model versus... Oh, sorry, Angron. You back. There you go. Because like, its wings are posed so much better and everything else. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I like Fulgrim's model too. Like, that one is a vibe and a half. So, I don't know. I might get my hands on that at some point and we'll try and paint it. So, I'm not so fond of fuchsia and stuff. So, he might end up being painted in completely different colors. There we go. Which I can't complain about. Wow, there we go. All right. I think that means that it's just these little back bits. And then Angron is done. Oh no, wait, we have his tabard thing. That's the only thing left. Oh my word. This is crazy. Yeah, so the way we've done the chains is we've started with Discolor, which is, what is this? Steel Legion Drab. And then we've built up with some Deathclaw Brown. But you make sure that the Speeling. Yes! Yes! Fulgrim's ours now. But you make sure that the the Deathclaw Brown doesn't sink into all the areas or all the dips. And then you use what is this? Avalanche Sunset to just hit the bits that are going to be the shiniest, and then you get the chains. Bam! And basically, we've been using Sanguinius as the point of light reference. So that overall, he's gonna seem super bright and shiny compared to Angron. And it should be good. I mean, I think us being a Chaos God, I think that would just be too much mischief. I think if we were given the option to be a Chaos God, there would just be too much mischief involved. We would go ahead and cause untold amounts of mischief, and no one would be prepared for it. All right. Now, how are we gonna attack this? Attack this? Attack this. There we go. This seems like a good spot. I would be the Eldar. Karagrak? The laughing guy that ends up in the Black Library, correct? I could see that. Too much mischief. Too much mischief, not enough time. Just sitting there. Hey, how you going? Just sitting out there being all like, ah, yes. Now we have this thing. Now we have that thing. We poke things and it's all fun and games until we go ahead and end up in trouble. Yeah, this is totally fine. We don't need to worry about it. Oh, there we go. Now we need to make that darker because we're fading it in. Oh, black. Because we've used black as shading for pretty much everything, so that's fine. The good thing is, we actually have another Abaddon Black now. Do-do-do. Wait, what color did we do this? Oh, okay. So we're actually doing this a completely different color right now. You know what? That's fine. There we go. Okay, so if we're doing that, we need to actually brush some black on this. And I think, honestly, with the side it's on, we can roll with that. What's even worse is it's not YouTube, it's stock music. Like, this in particular is music that I went ahead and nabbed one day, and I was like, yeah, we can roll with this. And it just happened to come with like 2 or 3 songs that actually have lyrics. There we go. We are vibing. We're almost finished this guy. We have just a few spots to fix up. I think, like, looking at him, we just have his belt, and then I think we're done. And a few spots to fix up, because, like, we've got these bits, and then we're good. We're good. All right. Let's attack these. It's like, I initially used YouTuber stock music, but I didn't like it. So I switched over to Epidemic Sound. Tyson! Paint. If you do not paint, you will not know what you have missed. And if you do not know what you have missed, then you will find that there will be regrets festering in your heart for all time. And then they will wallow and summon untold horrors. Can you have that on your conscience? You oh. Yeah, like dealing with that sort of stuff. I'm rather happy with what I got most of the time. And like 99% of the time, I'm rather happy with it. And if I got my N to G, I'd probably be even happier if I changed it up and organized it better. Actually, we need the better brush. But I also, like, the way I've got it set it up means that I also hear the music, and hearing 5 songs on repeat would drive me bonkers. So it's like a 3-hour playlist of music, because I was like, you know what? I don't like hearing music repeat. I don't want other people to hear music repeat. So I have three playlists of 3 hours of music each, so that, like, I can mix and match them and then make sure that it's a bit different each time. It's like, for me, that seems to be the thing that works. Oh. But like, and like, everyone's different too. There we go. 1 belt. Done. Looking fancy. Just like everybody needs it. Other belt. Your turn. Doo, doo, doo. Shoot. Come on. Here you go. This is why I have a fancy brush. So that I can have a point on it. So I can get to the point. Ba-dum-ts. Bam! There we go. Fancy. Looking great. All right. Next bit. This. I figure if we soak this in black, well, no, soaking it in black, it's not the right wording. We make a base in black, and then we build up the shininess. I think that's where we need to go with that. Oh, wait, am I in camera? I don't know. Oh, yes! Aha! There we go. Okay. So we make this like it. So we can make all of these bits shiny. And they can pop out and be like, ah, this is the world eater symbol. Ha ha ha. So, I have had issues with the amount of times I've handled Angron with the paint peeling. So over here, you can see it on his wing joints. That is the paint coming off. So we're going to have to go ahead and patch that up. Same with on his tail spikes and on his face. So all of that's going to need to be patched up. The bits on his hand, I'm not worried about. But yeah, I've had to be really careful about how I handle him. I should be wearing a glove, but I don't like gloves. Like, I don't like the way they feel. I don't like the way I lose dexterity when wearing a glove. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll deal with the lack of paint later. And I guess it sucks to be Angron. But, just going ahead and either hitting it with some hairspray, like a real good coat of hairspray, or using a matte varnish should do the trick. Like, I'm planning on getting an aerosol-based varnish after this. Once these guys are finished, and just blasting it with a bit of that. Because that should go ahead and protect everything, make sure everything's looking good, and keep it safe for all time. And it should be good. Because, like, I've also not spent so long on a single model before. Like, these guys, well, this guy in particular took me less than an hour. This guy took me 2-3 hours max. So, same with this fella. Like, this was an hour or two, no, 2 hours? 3 hours? Something like that. We painted him in a single stream. So, actually worrying about paint fading has not been an issue for me so far. And oops, now that is a streak of paint all over my my screen. What is it called? Computer screen. There we go. But yeah, dealing with Angron's paint fade, that's a different story. Although the cool thing is, like, when it came to getting Angron and, like, the various other models I brought, I initially brought on vibes alone. Angron and Sanguinius were the only ones I didn't. So it was like, I like your vibes. We buy you. So I have the weirdest eclectic collection of models now, ready to be put together. And I'm like, yeah, this is fine. Do I know what I'll use you all for? No. But it's gonna be cool. Surely. And I mean, that's surely got to be what it's about, right? Can I get in here? Here we go. Haha. All right, if we just brush tip of the brush. There we go. What's the subject to my right is gonna make me that is my mouse. Or my mic. No, my microphone is the thing that is gonna make me famous. Hello, Adrian. Welcome on in. I am just into the figurines. However, I have half a kill team of Chaos Marines painted, and I kind of fell into 2 combat patrols of Tyranids. Well, considering, actually, I can get it into focus. Microphone. That is literally the thing that was on the right. Yes, this is Angron. Angron says hi in Angron fashion. We can imagine what that would be. And it is part of a diorama. Bam. He fights Sanguinius. And it is a vibe. That being said, all right, we're on the lookout for anything that is still left to actually be put on. I don't think there is. Like, there's some tubes that I've deliberately left off because they were broken. But I think other than that, I think we're good. I think we just got some highlighting to do. Damn! Oh my gosh, this means we're almost finished. Get teeth back here, a bit of a shine. Show your world eaters. Show your world eaters some support. There you go, buddy. Show them the love. There we go. Wow. Mouse the stream deck mode painting area. Now, if it was to the left, however, I don't think we can use this to make ourselves famous. Paint water should not be used to make yourself famous, despite what some bathwater allegations of other people have done. Okay, I kind of think, like, these bits over here that need patching up, I think we'll do those once Angron's glued in place. But I think other than that, we're ready to go ahead and glue Angron in place. So, let's get mischievous with some stuff. Because I think... Where is the Vaseline? Let's get some green stuff going. Bam. Where'd the other bit go? Bam. Because we can start getting some shapes going. No. No. No, why would I sell that? Ah! Wait, where is the Vaseline? That's gross. Okay. You know what? We don't need no... Actually, we do need though. We do need the Vaseline. I will be right back. I know where it is. Oh. Oh. Because fun fact, if you go ahead and your plants need a injury fixed, you can use Vaseline to cover the area. So, one, brushes, you are going away for now. Well, actually, if you want to have your lead-based paint, use very high quality oil paints. Some of them still have lead in it. Do not eat this. It is bad for you. This is what we need. So, yeah. Like, a lot of the Winsor Newton paints are not safe for ingestion. Which is why they don't use them in schools, apart from the fact that they are expensive. They are so expensive. Oh. Like, they are painfully expensive. I had one art school teacher being like, Speeling, use these paints, don't use that student acrylic stuff. No real artist uses acrylics. Nah, 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 nah. And it's just like, my budget! They have the most flavor. They do. I cannot deny this. Yeah, it seems about right. And like, trying to budget for that as a student is like, why? Why are you like this, teacher? I just want to go ahead and exist and actually eat something other than noodles for lunch. You know, there's this lovely pie. I could have a pie, maybe, just for once. But apparently not. Because we spent all our money on bloody paint. Then again, I can't complain because we're out here spending all of our money on blinking paint. So, hey. Maybe acrylics are a tasty option. That is true. I mean, nobody really expects the acrylics to come in clutch. Okay, so plan is I'm kind of hoping that we can put this on and it'll adhere. If it doesn't, I'm not sure what we'll do, because I haven't sealed this. So, good luck for us. But first step, I figured we make something that bridges this, because we've got a gap here. So I figured something in that realm should be good. Like, the good thing is, like, at least with acrylics, you're not needing to go ahead and survive. No, not survive. Pay through the nose for them. Like, shooting acrylics, they can be fairly decent, and you can use them for most stuff. So it makes life pretty easy. We're probably going to end up covering this in mostly green stuff. Oh, actually, let's grab out the skulls. Bam! Now we can plan out the skulls too. Let me in. Said let me in. Let me in or I'll rip the box open. There we go. Just needed a little bit of threatening. Bam. Okay. So I figure we have like all the demon skulls. And going ahead and applying these in the right places, I think should be good. Like, I think acrylics are really amazing for actually learning how to paint. Like, you want to learn how to paint, go acrylic. Yeah, you won't actually get the full range of, you know, this blends into this blends into that. No, but you will be able to learn how to paint. It is accessible. And for some people, you won't move past acrylics. You won't go into watercolors or anything like that. That's okay. You don't have to. But because, like, not everyone is going to be a watercolor master. Not everyone is going to be anything else. There we go. Watercolors scare you? That's fair. Like, honestly, the whole situation can be pretty intimidating some point in time. Let's get one there. Look at all of them! Like, just having a bunch of these dotting up here, I think will look so cool. I don't think we'll use any of the Kroot skulls. What are these long, elongated ones? You know what? Not worried about them. Those ones are orcs. Those are Tau. I'm learning my skulls. Okay, I think we can say that this sheet is not for what we want today. I think we could pass some of these Tyranid skulls off as useful though. Like they've got the scary factor. And we want the scary factor. And if we go ahead and then we Make a ridge like that. Just pinch it up. Good. Aha! I'm not sure if this is actually sticking. Yeah, this is not sticking. Yeah, it's chunky. It is chunky chunk. I don't think this is sticking. Not unless we actually really press it into crevices. Oh, I'm seeing this. As we press it further into the crevices, it is more willing to stay. We can roll with this. This also gives us more of a shape. Here we go. This is probably not what we need to be. Yeah, so like, from what I can see, like, where is the normal spur? Yeah. Like, no, this is actually the same thickness. Like, it's the same thickness. It's just, I think it seems thicker because of everything being smaller on the sprue, maybe? I don't know. It's a vibe though. Wrong one. This one. Alright, give me a more green, blue, something. Chunk? 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 One? Yeah. Shoot. Nope. Do not disengage a knife. Thank you. Like, I think, getting to go ahead and, do things like this. Like, this is such a vibe. Am I British? Oh, yeah, you can ask. I am from a place called New Zealand, which is on basically the opposite side of the world to Britain. It is a small pair of islands in the South Pacific. Now, the only issue here is this yellow is not actually very... Like, the yellow is not very... malleable. And... yeah. So, it is the 14th of May over here. It is the future. Welcome. Things get weird. It makes scheduling really, really weird. Because, like, I'll be like, yeah, come by on Monday. Come by on Tuesday. Come by on whatever day. I'm doing stuff. And then people will show up the day later and be like, yeah, the thing. And I'm like, no, it was yesterday. Which is one of the reasons why I use Discord timestamps on Discord when I have the ability to. Because it makes life so much easier. mean, if we were Hobbit posting, I'd be going ahead and getting my copy of The Hobbit because I know where that is. Yeah. Oh yeah, then Tyson would know. Hey King. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Hello. Welcome from Wednesday. I think we need more blue. That is not a scalpel. How you going, Ken? I hope you're having a lovely day. Well, it is Wednesday from some parts of the world. This feelings part of the world being one of them. And it makes life pretty interesting sometimes. Like, because of streaming, I've ended up meeting people in all sorts of the world. It is just turned Wednesday. Ah, welcome. Welcome to midnight. Which makes life very interesting when people are like, yeah, let's meet up this time. And I'm like, when is this? And it turns out to be like the middle of the night. And I'm like, oh, that's the middle of the night. Yesterday. I don't really do jokes about that. Like, I know it, this is very prime joke fodder considering our time zones, but I don't do jokes about that on stream. This yellow is not mixing. Come on, please mix. Please mix. Hopefully we're good. You know what? We're going to assume this is good. Have I watched Our House? I've watched some of it. Like, I have a friend who's watched it all, and they were like, yeah, watch this with me. And I'm like, sure. And then, just like pretty much anything that I do try and watch, I got partway into it, and then I got distracted. And I was like, yeah, this is so cool. I like this magic system. And then I got distracted by probably something or other. And I found myself not remembering to come back to it. Thank you for the follow, Horror. Which was such a disappointment because I really need to come back to it. It's in the same sort of vein as Infinity Train. I liked that one as well. Just need like chunk. And it's also why I haven't finished Freerun or Apothecary Diaries or the list continues. Like, wasn't it Unseen? Oh, that sucks. If we now, I want this piece of technology to be partially covered. Yeah, I heard that Infinity Train got cancelled, and then it like got ultra removed from the web. Which I find to be very, very fascinating, not frustrating. Like, surely the series' owners would be like, yeah, we want to make residual money off this, right? Is it going and beeping me? Okay. Anywho. Not important. I'm like... Nope, not me. Like... But I guess it's not the only series that's been unceremoniously cancelled in the past. Like... If a show wasn't making enough toy sales or anything like that, it would go. I mean, Young Justice, when it last was airing, like when that was first airing, I mean, nah, get into the cracks, seal yourself before it's too late. That got unceremoniously cancelled and boom. Yeah, and like, if something was not popular enough and not making enough money, then that's just how it is. Because previously, to make money off a cartoon, it wasn't the ad space that was making the money. It was actually the revenue from the toys that were being sold that the cartoon was designed around. So, like, if you look at the toys, like, if you look at Huntress, is it Huntress? Tigress. Here we go. If you look at Tigress from season 2, that wasn't exactly a design that I think would have made a lot of money. But also, it was a great storyline. So it's like, yeah. But also back then, having two girls hold hands in a manner that suggested things, that was shocking. That was beyond shocking. Just put a bit of Vaseline on the knife just to make my life so much easier. Yeah. You know what? Why don't we decorate this from the bottom up? Like, me personally, I didn't have much interest in Legend of Korra. Like, I didn't vibe with Korra as an avatar, and season 1 did not catch my interest. So I was like, oh yeah, this is a thing that's happening. Plus, like, the way the world changed, like, I'm probably in the small minority in thinking this, but looking at it, it felt like it got westernized, and it made me feel like the authors weren't sure how to take progress without it being Western, and I was like, this is there isn't any other Western influence without it coming from the authors. So it's like, how do you go from being a suit stuff? Oh, well, I mean, how do you go from the clothing styles that they had to what they have now? Where does the Western suit influence come from? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But the Western influence only, like, there in Legend of Korra, in the Avatar: Last Airbender franchise, there is no Western influence to start off with. So it is broken. Yeah. Like, it was always something that rubbed me. It frustrated me. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's add a whole bunch of skulls to this. And like, I probably wouldn't have cared if I didn't grow up learning about fashion history. Yeah. Like, because funnily enough, Mumling taught me about fashion history from the get-go. It was mainly Western focused, but there was some of a focus on Eastern fashion history. And when the Western ideals started coming into Asia, it got a lot less colorful. Well, you can at least understand how the logic got there. Like, they're a bit out of place, but you can at least vaguely understand it. All right, let's give these a hold so we can get this off. Can we hold it? And like, you can also understand how the lightning bending got commercialized. Like, you can understand those sorts of things. I think trying to get these tops off is gonna be a bit of a pain. There we go. Alright, we can work with that. Alright, let's sink these into the green stuff. Haha! Which way's front? There's front. One skull. A two skull. Three skull. Like, also, like, when it comes to Western fashion, now I gotta remember who it was. Like, the only reason you went from let me pull up a picture, because basically fashion changed drastically because one of the British, I think it was, king's friends was actually poor. And then this guy was like, yeah, I will invent the suit, the modern suit. And of mod men's now I gotta actually look this up, because like it's lost. And that actually has spare gun parts. We have spare gun parts. Let me grab the box. like, whether people agreed or disagreed, like, it's like, alright, we come with lots of little gun parts that we can scatter around. We come with some chaos parts because we've done a few of those. We're gonna need to chop them up a little bit. Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. We got actually a lot of arms. I've had to trade a few gun parts to get other things. What else we got? You know what? I think that's probably the best. Wait, what else do we have? That looks very chaotic. Here's a bolter. I found a bolter. Yeah, we're cosplaying paws. That being said, I'm pretty sure most of us are poor. So, I mean, we're playing Warhammer. If we aren't poor now, we're gonna be poor. Why is this not closing? You know what? It doesn't matter. We can figure that out. Bam. Okay, so we got a bolter. We got another bolter. We got bolter parts. We got some chainswords that we can snip up. We got that. We also have... we got part of a bolter in here because I didn't trade it away. We got another part of a bolter that we can put together. We have a sword. I think this is... You know, I don't actually know where this is from, but we can do that. Then we also have our 2 breastplates. Bam! Oh, and also I picked up this because this just looks cool, and I think it should go over here. It's all spiky. And that should just be a vibe. So that's where I think we should be going with this. Yeah. But yeah. So in 1770, like here. Let me see if I can load this up for you guys. I am. So this is something from 1770. This is a rich person in 1770. We can all assume that these are rich people. And then it's now. I think it is when? So it's before the 1900s. I think it would be in the 1800s, if I remember correctly. Because it came along with the change of the army uniforms or something like that. Because you also get this sort of tailoring. Where it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that is the same kind of stuff. Yeah. This fella. Yeah, it's the same sort of timeline. Where is this guy from? Yeah, 1700s. French Revolution timeline. So yeah. It's a whole thing. Boom. Let's see if we can get a gun on here. Yeah, let's chop your arm off. Actually, we go chop this off. There we go. And we just have this sticking out like this. So to like Bleh. Yeah, I like that. Actually, let's turn it this way. Bleh. Oh no, what has the data done? Has it ran out? Fairly well Canadian then. If this is the last we see of you. Now we just need to press this in. Otherwise we're not going to have this gun staying in place. But yeah, it's also the fact that, like, dudes used to have, like, really bright clothes. They did not have the, women were not having the monopoly on bright clothes. Dudes got to have bright clothes as well. So the fact that a very specific thing that happened because of a very specific incident happened and then it transferred over. It's like, wait, what? I think we may have to wait for these all to dry and then we have to glue them again, maybe? I'm unsure. I have half a mind to just clip this. But yeah, there you go. Fun fashion things that the Speeling learnt from the from the mumbling. Yeah, there we go. Are you attaching? Oh yeah, you are attaching. Good. Hey, get in all the gaps. We're getting something that looks like something. This is great. There we go. And we're having Angron busy sitting there. Oh, speaking of which, I'm kind of thinking that we take off these knobbles on his toes because, frankly, I don't think they're going to be useful. Apart from marking out where he's supposed to go. But I figured that as future problems, we're not worrying about that right now. Right now, we stab things into things. Yeah. I don't think that's where I want to put that. Actually, we could totally put a chainsaw in. Yeah. Yes. Let's keep it there. Let's put green stuff over it. Then we put that in there. Boom. There's probably an easier way to do this. But every time we do something like this, we've learnt something new, so I can't complain. You do? Here's its hole. We gotta be cruel to this. Right, we've got a whole thing here. We gotta give it some damage. Some serious, serious damage here. Get off. There we go. Getting there. Good. We approve of this. There we go. Just cut the arm off, have the head. Ooh, yep. Ba, 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 ba. We could do that. Being like that went flying in so many directions. They went forward, they went back, and then they went forward all over again. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. Just so we're not too worried. And now that we're not actually got anything obvious about it, we could actually make this either as a loyalist or a enemy. That being said, there are many points on this. So perhaps we can't. Nah. There you go. We got skulls. We got all sorts. Yes, corn cares not from where the blood flows. That is very, very true. I wonder if corn could actually get sustenance from, like, Tyranids. If that was the case. Or since that's the case, I should say. Like, it makes vague sense. We stick? Stick. Stick. Like, Caesar's Necron. I mean, Necrons, they don't do the blood thing. So surely not. Also, like, they're that old geezer in the park, right? You don't really want to kick the old geezer in the park that's got the black pylons that makes your life a living hell. Like, poking those guys, that doesn't seem like the fun thing to do. That being said, if your guys bleed while doing it, is that not a bonus? So perhaps maybe yes? But only in specific circumstance? No, not that. Let's see what... That is true. I thought I had more bits in here. Can we attach some of this? Actually, I think we can if... We just casually cut off some of this. Now, if you're ever working with polystyrene like this, 1, be gentle. 2, don't work. It is a big slab of styrofoam. I asked the game store really nicely if they had any, and they were like, yeah, here you go. So, if you're ever working with styrofoam, go ahead and ask your game store nicely if they've got spare packing material that they're going to throw out. Boom. Really awesome. 2, make sure that you don't actually use a scalpel, use a craft knife. Make sure that your craft knife is sharp, cut away from you. Do not put pressure on the styrofoam, otherwise it will break and you will get all your bubbles. And you want to just gently glide your knife back and forward in slow gliding, cutting motions. And your aim is to cut through the bubbles. This will make a huge mess, but what it will do is give you nice, clean cuts like that. And slowly but surely, you will get the shape you want. Initially, you can go ahead and like make big rough cuts, but as you get down to the major shape, oh, it is so satisfying. The only thing is, this stuff is staticky as all heck. It will stick to literally everything. So you need to just be very careful about that. And making sure that you clean up on a regular basis. Or use a vacuum cleaner afterwards. Because otherwise you will be finding it for months. But what it does mean is that you can fill out things really quickly. It's light. And you can get a huge shape done really quickly. You can glue it with PVA. Like all these rocks that are glued on with, or the cork rocks are glued on with PVA. Silicone glue you can glue on with. And the silicone glue is flexible, like these bits are glued on with silicone glue. However, both of those take quite a while to glue. So, also be careful, you can't use Tamiya's on this, which is why we're covering it in green stuff, because otherwise everything is just going to melt. And unlike your regular stuff, your regular Warhammer stuff, what is going to happen is all of the air is just going to go away. Actually, we could probably do a demonstration, because it's not as if we can worry about the shape in some parts. But yeah, polystyrene just gets absorbed so quickly. But yeah, working with polystyrene is a game of patience. And it's a lot of fun. You just need to make sure that you have no acetone in your spray cans. Otherwise, stuff will be going missing. Plastidip is something that you can use to seal, if that's a vibe you want. If you want to use a spray can. And I find that I can find that at a hardware, not a hardware store, an automotive store. Alright, let's try Tamiya's. I am so curious. Yeah, well actually, this is not, like this is lighter. These are about the same weight. Just saying. So at the moment, this is not magnetized. If we do have problems with Angron being heavy, but also Angron's going to be placed like that. Yeah, so Angron's going to be placed over the middle of it. So it should be okay. However, Sanguinius may be a problem. Just sitting on the hand like that. So I do have some stuff that I can put underneath, but that is future problems for future Speeling. Alright, let's try this Tamiya's. That should melt it. We're only going to use a little bit of this. Alright, a little bit on the brush. We're going to do it over here. Oh yeah, this is eating it. There are little bubbles forming. And it is eating into the pot, the stuff. Yeah. Yep. So, I can fit, actually, you can see, like that. It's like, I want to say 3-4 millimeters. Maybe if I want to be enthusiastic, 5 millimeters of a dip, just from a very dry base of Tamiya's cement. So be careful about your cement if you want to use it near this. Bam! There we go. We did the experiment, because making sure that you know what products you can use around your stuff is always good. Yeah, like, it's always good to make sure that you know what you can use and what you can't. We are going to, however, need to glue this in place. So I'm going to grab some PVA, since we're just jabbing this straight in. Because, like, a lot of this type of stuff works off of chemical reactions, and knowing what can and can't go together, or what works well and what doesn't, is always super useful to know. Because sometimes you can actually go ahead and create really, really fun dream. Thanks for coming. You can create really, really cool effects. Like, for instance, with Yoo-hoo glue. The Yoo-hoo glue is not in place. But Yoo-hoo glue, bam! You could create really, really cool greebly tentacle things. Where is it? These ones are pink, so it's hard to see. Wait. There we go. Greebly tentacle things. By going ahead and mixing a little bit of paint in with it. And you can do that with, like, technically you can also do that with PVA, but it doesn't work as well. Wait, does this have acetone in it? English. English. Where's the English? Like, it's an all-purpose adhesive. Where's the spare stuff? Okay, we're gonna use this. We're just gonna test this out a little bit. Because this doesn't melt the plastic. Not really. So it should be okay. It's also fairly slow setting in regards, so... It also stinks. So, heads up on that. If you ever want to use this seriously, open a window. Alright. This, in fact, does melt your stuff. However, it's not so bad. Like, I'm looking at it. It's a vaguely melty. Okay, that's good to know. And we're dropping everything. Alright. Back to what we were doing. with stuff literally everywhere. Alright, let's go. Can we like attach this fully and be like, yes? Let's go this way. Okay, so this is green stuff. It comes in 2 parts. And it's kind... actually, I'm not sure what you'd class it. I suppose an epoxy? No, not quite an epoxy. It's a modeling thing. It's a modeling tool. Okay. And so, what happens is... you mix a bit of this and a bit of that. You can put Milliput with it to make it have a different texture. It can work like that. Vaseline makes it easier to work with. And then I like to use these, which I picked up from the $2 shop, and use them for my modeling tools to go ahead and get them in place. And I'm just creating a better shape to work with on my thing. And it can stick to the plastic bits that are already glued in place. And this is going to be Angron space. And we're going to be covering this in skulls and everything. Oh, so this is Tamiya cement. It is a glue that you get 2 Warhammer pieces like this. And like, so that would normally go like that, right? You get the 2 gun pieces, you slap them together, and that makes gun, right? Tamiya, and you normally use, what's it called? Oh my gosh. It's called a whole thing, super glue. You'd normally use super glue. And you just put a dab of that in. It slightly melts the piece so that when you fuse, it fuses these 2 pieces together. And therefore, you have gun. You have a little bit of working time with it. So, like, right now, I can pull these 2 pieces together. Pull them apart, I mean. But I don't really want to. And it's just really useful. It doesn't clog up. But styrofoam and Warhammer pieces are made out of the same basic plastic. So it has the same active ingredients. If I go ahead and I grab my sprue glue, here we go. This has been marinating for a bit. I can actually go ahead and put the styrofoam in here. Oh, yes, this is Yoo-hoo glue. Boom. This was the other stuff I was testing out. And this, I mean, it's made in Germany, so you'll probably be able to get it in other places. And basically, you're able to go ahead and mix a little bit of paint with this, and then make some really cool grungy strings. Like I got one hanging off there. I had one on another model. Wait, I think I should be able to find it. I'm not sure if I completed it. I, in fact, have misplaced the model. Never mind. And it's really useful. I like it. 10 out of 10, would use again. I recommend having a window open or working in an area where it is well ventilated when you use it. It says as warnings, it says highly flammable liquid and vapor may cause drowsiness and or dizziness. Medical advice, blah blah blah. You know, all the usual stuff. Yeah, it's the slime effect stuff. Yeah. I found it at my hardware store, and it's really useful. If in regards to glue, it's middle of the range prices. And once something sticks together with it, like if you choose to stick other things together with it, it does not come apart. So you're able to use it for other things too. It's downright useful. Like 10 out of 10. There we go. We are sticking. We're sticking this all together. Slowly but surely. We got Angron's thing going on. How you going, AC? And like, we could cover this in PVA, and I'll probably get PVA into these little corners here, because otherwise that'll just be a pain. It is the Nowkiss chemical. Wait, does that make glue officially endorsed by Slanesh? Oh. Not sure how I feel about that. Always has been. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. All right. I think we need to... Is this attached? Just now. Well, if it's the if it's the Just Kiss chemical, it makes sense. Now, just squirt a bit of that in there. Squirt. Would help if we opened this up. I would also love to know where my... Shade? Shade? I have questions. I have many questions. Shade? What are these questions? That did not go the way I was intending it to go. Oh well. Nah. In you go. Nah. You know what? Skull. Also in you go. That glue's going nowhere. Oh my god! Freaking goodness! Wait. You're right, it is very Slanesh coded. Wait. Does that make me... No, no. I think it's already been established that, I think we root for Chaos Undivided here. It's either that or I'm a warp entity to begin with. I don't think... I don't think I come in human. or anything close enough for anything like that. Oh. That being said, oh my gosh. One. All right. Like, I kind of think that we can start putting skulls on the actual hard plastic bit. Like, we got this. Like, I don't want to add any more green stuff today. Being sticky feels more Nurgle coded. Sweaty or stinky? Yeah, exactly. This is the main question there. Sweaty or stinky? Alright, where did that cool skull go? There it is. Skulls! We need more skulls. We need all the skulls. Skulls for the skull throne. All of the above. I mean, that's fair, that's fair. Where is it? Because we need a skull big enough to cover that. Just there. Because there's a square hole that we need to hide. One way or another. No! No! You can't go ahead and purge the unclean! Okay. What if we just give the people of the people of the humanity half the stars? You know, we give you half the stars. We take the other half. Life will be fine. There you go. This seems like a fair deal. We put that there. That hides that. This seem good? You know? Oh, actually. Look at our skulls again. Oh. Are they? These ones? Like, I'm fine clipping these off and then worrying about where I'm putting these later. No, oh, no, exactly. Like, surely, wait, you guys can take the stars, I will take the planets. There you go. You are welcome to the stars. I shall take the planets. And the nebula. You want the stars? You can have the stars. There we go. That's better. That covers that hole so much nicer. Stars come. No. You said you wanted the stars. If you want the stars, you can have the stars. However, you did not specify planets. If you wish to specify planets, you should have specified it. That is not a package deal. You see, some stars come with planets, some stars come without. It's not something that is a guaranteed package deal. It just doesn't work like that. It's called details, bub. Yeah. All right, let's do that this way. Stick. honestly, that's why I say go planets. Please stick. Please. Please, Prudy, please. There we go. We're gonna have to keep that like that for a hot second. Exactly. Go planets. Then as long as the Necrons don't make a black hole-inator, we're fine! Wait, wait. What if you take the stars and I'll take the warp? No, we're still going. We're doing some shenanigans. We're actually doing some painting. Well, no, actually we're not doing painting. We are doing this. Wait a minute. Incoming warg for... That is true. Like, the incoming warg for Angron is something else. I kind of hope that it's enough to permanently take him out. Because if it's not, holy crud nuggets. Like, if we go something like that. So what we're doing is we are decorating Angron's lovely, lovely face. Base, not face. To make it all fancy. Getting everything in place. That being said, it is the question of what we can do to it now. Scenario day. Because I'm kind of not wanting to put more green stuff on it today. Because I want to actually be able to handle it while we do the rest. So I want to do it in stages. Actually... It'll take a while. I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there for today, actually. Sorry, Matthias. And we'll come back tomorrow and make sure everything is glued in place and get some more green stuff going, because I want the next lot of green stuff to have something to bind to. And then we will go from there. And hopefully we can start looking at getting Angron attached to this. So, fingers crossed. Yeah. So that's the plan. Oh my word. Yeah, we need this. We need all of this. But I will see you guys next time. Twitch, we will go ahead and say hello to someone. Oh. Yeah, but I'm seeing... Oh, who are we seeing? Here's David in all that? Or Spark Minis. Busy doing some painting. So, we'll go say hello. Bye-bye.